Sports Video Group's Jason Dachman. We are in Las Vegas at the NAB Show, and I am here with Canon's Larry Thorpe, Sports Broadcasting Hall of Famer, all-around wonderful man. Larry, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So, Larry, we always look forward to going to the Canon booth every year at NAB. You guys always have some fun stuff on tap. Can you give us a little bit of a tease of some of the cool product announcements and new portfolio additions you guys are going to have this year?
Yeah, we're awash in new products at this NAB. It really is going to be terrific. On the Cinema EOS front, we've got a very exciting new camera, and we have a new lens. So the camera is, we call it the C700 FF, full frame. And full frame typically in people's minds is 36 millimeters by 24, the DSLR for 1.5 aspect ratio. Ours is exactly that image circle, but the shape of it is 17 by 9, the cinema aspect ratio. And it's 5.9K. So it's 5952 by pixels across by 3140 vertically. Now what's wonderful about that, of course, you put a full circle lens on it, full frame lens on, you get a very wide signal, so it's wonderful for panoramic views. Right. If you put a super 35 millimeter lens on that camera, you then go in and say, give me 4K, and it crops out 4K, and that could be UHD or Cinema 4K. If you put a 16 millimeter lens on, you can go dial in HD or 2K DCI, and you can even put a broadcast 2/3 inch lens on with an adapter that we have that blows it up to 16 millimeters, and you get your HD or your 2K.
So very flexible.
Very flexible. But a wonderful thing about it, and something that we're particularly proud, we think we're unique, is from the, as well as recording raw into the codecs, that big 5.9K file, internally we downsample that with a process that we call oversampling 4K processing. Fairly sophisticated. And we downsample that to 4K. But that 4K has extra sharpness, higher MTF, lower aliasing, lower noise, and that we record on board on CFast cards, ProRes or XAVC. Cool. So in a nutshell, that's what the camera's about. It's quite a toy. It's really something.
That's great. And on the broadcast lens side, I'm sure you have some new additions this year.
Just to mention my Cinema EOS lens.
Of course, I'm sorry.
Everybody's been pleading with us. We want a 20 millimeter prime. We have a 14 millimeter, we've got a 24, we've got a 35. This NAB, we're bringing in a 20 millimeter prime, full circle, of course, great for this new camera. On the BCTV side, our march towards 4K UHD is in full stride right now. We will introduce a field lens, a medium tele lens. We have our 86 by, we have our 90 by. Now we're introducing the 66 by. This is tailored for houses of worship, for small sporting venues like basketball, tennis, it's college sports, home shopping, many applications where people don't need that huge long lens. But what's wonderful about this, it is 4K, it has a very sophisticated built-in image stabilization, which a lot of people want in a lens that's medium telephoto. So we think this one's going to be hot.
The 66 by lens has been a huge demand, I know, for those sort of mid-tier sporting events.
We heard it loud and clear, and we finally came out with it. Then on the portable front, we've 5 new lenses. 2 we introduced before, but we haven't shipped them yet, and they have not been seen at NAB. And these are for your documentary and your wildlife production. They are portable zooms, EFP, 2/3 inch, 4K, 45:1 zoom ratio. 2 of them, one is a 9.7 millimeter wide, we call it, and the other one's a 13.6 millimeter on the wide. So you've got a choice if you want to go real telephoto. They have built-in image stabilization. They have extender, 2:1 extenders, and very high performance. Where we think these are going to be terrific for folks who still want to continue shooting HD. They're going to get a much better HD. We had an example of that just a week ago, or a major entity who was looking at exactly that and was blown away. And then we are introducing a new category of lens, just like we did with high definition over the years. Because of the tiering of cameras in terms of price and performance, we came out with 2 levels of high definition lenses. We call them the XS, the very high levels, and then a GC level, which was lower cost, relaxed specifications. We're now doing the same with 4K. And at this NAB, we'll introduce 3 lenses at that lower cost performance.
Bringing 4K to the masses.
Bringing 4K to the masses, 24 by 7.5, an 18 by 7.6, and a wide 14 by 4.3. So it's a lot of product. And we have 2 new reference displays, a 24-inch, a DPV 2411, which is 1,000, especially for HDR, 1,000 nit max peak, and a black that's 0.005 nits. So very high contrast ratio. And built-in color metering, built-in range extending, built-in split screening, a whole lot of tools, LUTs, etc., to allow you to do HDR grading on set while you're able to watch what's happening to your SDR. So a lot of attention to how to deal with HDR during a shoot. Then we have a little guy, a 17-inch DPV 1711, which is a 300 nit, modest because it is a small panel, 4K, both of them 4K, and this one also has that 0.005 black nit. There will be a purchasable upgrade mid-year that if you want to take that up to 600 nits, we'd be able to give you that upgrade for that. So that's our portfolio.
That's it.
That's a lot.
Well, not disappointing, as always. Everyone make sure to stop by the Canon booth. Larry, thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
The Canon booth, again, it'll be right up in front of the convention center in its usual spots. Make sure to check it out. And stay tuned to sportsvideo.org for more reports from NAB.